Sun Park in Playa Blanca, Lanzarote is our first Summers Village. Summers Village is very much about offering a complete new alternative to the traditional retirement as we used to know it. The San Roques community is a self-sustaining organization. Being a social enterprise, they were given the use of all the non-apartment spaces on non-profit basis to create and run their own activities. What does it mean? It means that the community has a shop, it has a cafe, it has a night bar, and the San Roques community operate these enterprises for its own financial benefits. The revenues and the profits which are made stay within the community, and the community uses the resources for the members' benefits. But the community is not a charity. It does not need handouts because it's a self-sustaining organization.
Yeah, you've got a
Morning.
you've got a
Hiya.
you've got a farmer, a financial advisor, and a fishmonger, all shoving leaves in a bloody skip.
Yeah, I love the fishmonger. I know. I know proper all about the other thing.
Yeah, give us your money, I'll sort it out for you.
Preferably in cash.
Yeah.
It's so easy to be socially engaged. Everybody is only a few meters away from having lots of friends and acquaintances, and through the community and all the activities, people can try new things. They can get involved in gardening or learn Spanish or try yoga, and the community are just absolutely brilliant in creating all the social engagements, anything from a movie nights to barbecues to walks, days out, and it's just endless. Everything here is based on trust. There's no cashier, there's no till with a lock. All the products are available for anyone to just go in, take what they need or want, and put the money in the honesty box. This situation does not exist in most places around the world, definitely not in the UK. So for most people, it's a bit mind-boggling. And the first issue is somebody looking? Is this like an experiment? Is there like a hidden camera? Is somebody going to go after me and say, and check if I pay the correct amount of money? We don't have any of that. Everything here is based on complete trust. The place has complete trust and faith in the people, and the people are invited to reciprocate and to feel the same towards the place.
But yeah, I mean, I lived communal living when I was younger, but I think when you're younger, there's a lot of ego involved and things like that, and everyone here is over 50. They've had a lot of corners knocked off them in life, and it kind of makes it easier, you know. And I mean, me and my wife have been talking about that for a long time. Wouldn't it be great if a bunch of us bought a place? People do it, but it gets complicated. But here, with finances, I guess, so you know, and but here you pay monthly. That's it, and you know, it makes it easier. It's creating an environment where it's much easier just to dip in and out when you want or not. And there's a few people here who don't do anything, they don't get involved in anything, and that's fine.
And the idea is very simple, that people, when they open the door of their apartment, they can get involved as little or as much as they like. Nobody forces anybody to do anything here. And to a very, very large extent, people do get involved. It normally takes a few days, maybe a week or so, for people who arrive here to acclimatize and get used to this new situation, to feel that that it's safe, that there's permission for them to approach other people and to go to the community notice board and to see what is going on and to take part. We believe that when people give up full-time employment and they no longer have the responsibility of raising a family, it's important that there'll be a place where they can take some affordable, guilt-free me time. This is their time now. We wanted to create a situation that, first of all, it feels like a holiday. It's very safe, it's very secure, physically and otherwise. It's a place that people can easily get to know other people, try new things. All the social barriers that are somewhat as a hindrance to a lot of people back home here do not exist.
Where did you hear about this?
On the web, my sister found it on the web.
Okay.
This sort of appealed,
Yeah.
and you know, she read it and she read it and she read it, and her son read it, and
Yeah.
and so she said, "Oh, I'm going for it," you
Yeah.
know. And she was a bit like this, you know. It was first time she'd come out on Christmas on her own, but she said it was the best Christmas she's had for a
Yeah.
long time,
Yeah.
because everybody pulled together,
Yeah.
and they all took food down into the bar and had like a community meal, and then they all trucked off down to the beach to watch the fireworks
Yeah.
and things. She said it was just wonderful.
Good way to meet people.
There's quite a few ladies here on their own.
Yeah.
There's quite a few gentlemen here on their own.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fun.
Yeah.
Right, Alan Fairfax. I work with Silver Travel. Silver Travel is an organisation that deals with the over 50s, and we do travel advice. We have a team of advisors from all walks of the travel industry, and we will advise the over 50s on holidays anywhere they want to go. Now, why am I here? Well, this is something different. I was asked to come out and review this because I'm also a travel writer. And this is a unique experience. It was the dream of Gil and Patricia. They bought this at Sun Park, I think it was an apart hotel. But when they bought it, Sun Park Living came into being. And they saw it as a community for the retired, the actively retired. Somewhere they could come, feel safe, live in the sun at a reasonable rate. Now, I've been here for a week, and as I've said already, I've never experienced anything like it. There's a wonderful atmosphere here. The people are really great. They all help one another. There are so many things to do. Since I've been here, I've done art class, yoga, been on trips. It's just a fantastic type of holiday for the retired. Really good.
Last year I came to Lanzarote and I had a stack of books, and I went through about a book every couple of days. I'm still yet to finish my first book after 3.5 weeks because somebody's always organising something. We're going on the bus to wherever, and then we're going to walk along the cliff tops and get the bus back. Oh, that sounds good. Tuesdays is the strenuous walk, usually about 10k, and we have a guide for that. And it's just great. I've found places in Lanzarote that I would never have found.
I do dance classes, actually. I'm not a dance teacher, but I do jive at home, so I'm just showing them a few moves.
Here, people are never alone, nor lonely, nor bored. We have a very good balance between couples and singles, men and women, and everybody gets to feel and to be socially engaged and supported as much as they want.
Well, I came out, I lost my wife and my daughter and my son-in-law and my grandkids all come to the hotel, and she was looking to flip into the book. She said, "Dad, this would suit you." And I said, "Yeah, do you know, it would." I thought, people of my own age and background sort of business I'll go and have a look what it's all about. And I come here and I thought, I don't know whether I like it or not. Do you understand me? Who looks after you? And because you look after yourself. I've done it for 81 years, so do you understand me? Yeah, you don't want anybody, but it's nice to have that little friendly arm round you if you're in trouble. And we're a good mixed lot of people who enjoy being together. Last night, I was on the stage. I sung George Formby last. Bloody horrible it was, but I mean, we locked the doors and they couldn't get away. My partner died after 54 years. She'd had a cancer 4 years ago. So I was that lonely, and I put advert in the local paper that I was a genuine sort of a bloke, and I was 79, wishing to meet a lady friend. and I put adverts in the paper, and I got 78 replies to me, yeah, and I picked somebody out, and she's come on holiday with me this year, and she loves it the same as me. Anybody who's a certain age, who's sitting in the UK watching the rain come down on the windows, come out and bloody join us, because you'd absolutely love it. Yeah.
This is the sort of thing you come on holiday to do, is it, like gardening?
No, but I find out that it helps me. That little bit of gardening, it keeps me supple. It's wonderful and the sunshine and the camaraderie. I'm breaking these teeth into the dog next door, so it's a wonderful situation to be in when you're 80. And I was in the army for 7 years, and I never dreamt when I was 80 I'd be at a place like this. Wonderful, wonderful climate, absolutely, it's ideal. Yeah, and the people are wonderful, and all you ex-squaddies out there who's ever been in the army, come out here and join me, because you'd enjoy it. It's absolutely wonderful for people who can think for themselves, for people who are a little bit independent, who don't want their arse wiping. They'd be wonderful out here. Yeah.
Well, if you like people, come here. It's not a sort of cheap holiday. Don't come here just to expect to. I mean, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. But you get involved with people, all sorts of shapes, sizes, walks of life. You'd be amazed at the range of people in here. And we're all, there's nobody discussing what sort of house they live in, what sort of car they drive. No one's trying to sell you anything. We're just all dressed like this in the sun, and it's great.
I live in the caravan, and I have to get out, so I've normally stayed in a hotel. Found this last year, wasn't really looking forward to it, but I found it was quite shabby, and then it became shabby chic, which is quite acceptable. And then we've just made apartment our own, a few pictures hanging up, and can be anywhere in the world.
Everybody's from different backgrounds. Some of us run businesses back home or just about to shut them down. This is a whole mix.
Yeah.
There's a variety. So you've got people that are used to staying in 5-star accommodation coming here, and others. I mean, there's a little bit of fear and trepidation initially, I think, because the rooms are basic, but it's a holiday. It's like a holiday beach chalet, really.
Yeah.
You've got a bed, you've got showers. It's great.
If I can get this, has been annoying me for months, so I'm attacking it now. Yeah. That one. How long have you been here? Since the 1st of October. That's my husband over there. Trevor. Yes, I'm Shane. Yes. Hello. Yes, since the 1st of October, and we're here until the end of March.
So you obviously don't mind getting your hands dirty.
Oh no, I love gardening.
Yes?
Yes, so we did a lot last year when we were out here to help with the gardening. Yes, get stuck in. Rubber gloves to the fore. I haven't got any proper gardening gloves, but there we are. I have my trusty saw.
So what's the main appeal of a place like
the
this?
People.
Yes?
The people, and the fact that it's completely mad and off the wall and a bit quirky, and slightly unique.
Yes.
Our friends and family have no idea. When we sort of try and explain, they sort of look at us slightly oddly and think they've lost the plot completely. And if we mention the word community, they think we've gone into the brown sandal and brown rice brigade and are sort of baying to the moon or something, I think. I don't know. So, no, it's the people. We had a terrific time last year and had a real laugh. We were here for 4 months last year and had a wonderful time. We decided to come back. Because, I mean, if you're staying in a hotel or an apartment on any other complex, you just don't get to know people like you do here. Everybody mucks in together and everybody makes sure that, new arrivals are made welcome and everybody gets to know them quickly. Lots of things going on. And as I say, things go wrong and we all have a laugh and we all grumble. And then we laugh again.
Yeah. So do you miss your home comforts?
No, not really. No. I mean, the apartment we have is very basic, but it's very adequate for our needs. and you can do as much or as little to it as you want.
The gardens are lovely, and I like that a lot. And the apartment is only the same as any apartment you would get anywhere really to rent in Lanzarote. They're all very similar. But when you're here for a long time, you think, is this enough? And in actual fact, it is enough, because it's amazing how little you need to survive on and get by. You manage. We do the cleaning, which is very easy, straightforward. Quick whip through a couple of times a week, you know. And we have a laundry facilities, or you can hand wash. We have a laundry changing system where we can go and pay for fresh laundry each Monday, and we get clean bedding, clean towels, very reasonable, €3.90, and off we go again another week. It's the sunshine, and it's the company, and it's just the relaxation of the place.
You know, it's about 2 degrees back home just now, and if you were home you would have on 2 pullovers, a coat, vest. And you wouldn't be doing much. You couldn't be out in the garden like this, working.
You're working?
Well, but we're enjoying ourselves. We're not actually working. I mean, it's only going to be for 2 hours this morning, you know. We've got the rest of the day, and I mean, it's not like a fortnight's holiday where you think, oh, we're going to cram everything in. Me and my wife have come for 2 months, so, you know, there's plenty of time for other things. And as I say, it's not really like a holiday, it's more of a home from home. We've left our home to come here to stay for 2 months, to avoid the winter mainly.
This is a long-term community where people come for 1, 2, 3 or 4 or even more months and treat it as home. That is the difference. It is a home from home, not a holiday.
I lost my wife, and my house had been my castle for 40 years, and then my house became my enemy. Every room I walked in, I saw the wife. Every drawer I opened, there was things, and so I thought, bugger it. And because my daughter rings up and say, are you all right, Dad? And because, what do you say? Yes, because they've got grandkids of their own, they're working, do you understand me? So it's a good release for them, because they get me off their hands. I'm sure I love them dearly, and I hope they love me, and the grandkids as well. But it's nice to come out here, and I've done this year. I've turned my house into an income, because I've rented my house this year, and because I wanted to be shut of the house. But because I'm 81 coming up, I want to leave something for the kids to inherit. So I've got no bloody money. So I get me war pension and the old age pension. That's what the income I've got. If I look after it, and I don't come here on holiday. I come here and live here in the winter. There's a difference. It's not knickers in the air every night and dancing around the maypole. I just come here to live. Yeah, and it suits me down to the ground, and it's what it says on the tin. If you look at any brochures from here, it'll tell you what it actually is, but it doesn't give you an inside of it. You can read it something off the page, and it tells you about it, but you've got to come and experience it to get it all. Yeah, to understand it. Yeah.
Okay. And we live in the centre of Cheltenham, where we deliberately bought a small townhouse so that we could lock up and go. So we've locked up and went. There are 1 or 2 things that when you come to a place, you've got to get into your head that it's not a hotel. They're not going to be people sort of at your beck and call, but actually we quite like that. We don't like the hotel environment where people are friendly but distant, mostly, and we've been travelling in various parts, different parts abroad, and different types of holidays, and this is totally different. Coming back to what I was saying about sun park living, I think we've got to get it firmly into our heads, almost instinctively, that really and truly we've come out here to live for 4 months. From a holiday point of view, we've never come away for this length of time before. So it's a big experiment and a little adventure, which is something we're both enjoying and Vivian actually at the moment is round at the art class. So she's doing something, I'm doing something, which is good for both of us as well.
Last year, well actually this year, February, we were staying in Matagorda and we're looking through the local gazette and it was advertised. So I thought, well, let's have a little trip across, have a nosy, and they have a Friday open morning from 10 till 12 and otherwise it's locked all the time. You know, it's a gated community which is quite secure and the great appeal was it's for over 50s only. So we came along, talked to everybody, got to know, get a feel of the place, look at the place, which is very important. A lot of people really need to really come in, look at it and see what it's all about because it's a facility that's been rejuvenated, reinvented and repurposed for the over 50s. My main profession is painting. I paint, you know, commissions and artwork for other people. I sell them. And when that gets a bit quiet, which it doesn't in recession, I'm happy to teach art to other people. And I'm doing this for free. I'm enjoying it.
So I went to my first art class last week.
Excellent.
And the tutor said that I thought of taking up the piano. So I've got the message. Wow. My wife is very arty. I'm not going back to an art class. But yes, there are lots of things going on.
Yeah.
So if one wants to get involved, one can. If one doesn't want to, you don't have to.
I go fishing most days and I ever catch one. I don't know who's more surprised, me or the fish. Honestly, yeah. But the fish that they catch, I generally eat them. But you need about 16 to half a sandwich. But I used to be a fishmonger in the UK. I went to sea for 18 years and then the Cod War started, made me redundant. I come and bought a fish business in Derby. I moved to Derby and I've been a fishmonger till I retired. I retired and when I couldn't no longer stand it as filleting tub and fillet my fish and I thought, my life was through. I come here for 5 months last year and my criteria is that I come in November when the weather's just beginning to get, when it starts to get dark at 4 o'clock and you know it's going to get dark at 3:30, then's the time to come out here because you get an extra 3 hours of daylight out here. In England it was getting dark at, come out here 6:30. Yeah, you get extra you feel rejuvenated. Honestly, you feel rejuvenated. I come out with a stick. I've got arthritis. I'm disabled, and out here I'm 100% better. Yeah.
Anybody who is over the age of 50, for whatever reason, medical support and medical attention is a concern. We do strongly advise everybody who's coming here for both whether a short stay or long stay in Lanzarote to come with a European health card. What does this mean? That everybody's giving access to all the local state medical facilities at no cost. The difference here is being part of a community rather than having to take a taxi or to order a private ambulance. When someone has a medical experience, they have plenty of friends and neighbors who literally fight over the opportunity to take them put them to the car and drive them to the local clinic or up the road to the hospital.
My man had an heart tremor. His heart went out of the sink and he went to the local hospital, which you can buy, you can get a free of charge, a little card that makes you be accepted by the Spanish health authority. It was taken in, they got him some tests, and he was taken to Arrecife in an ambulance and hospitalised for a day while I got his heart back into sync again. His heart was, but the medicine out here, especially when you're getting old. See, I run out of tablets. I'm taking tablets, and there was painkillers mainly because I get up in the morning. Sometimes when I've been doing a bit of gardening, me joints say, "You silly old bugger, you know what you been doing? Yeah, you've been doing too much."
And another lady that's here, unfortunately, she fell and broke her arm the day after she arrived.
Right.
And a friend that was with her, we had a community meeting about a week later, and she thanked everybody because she said if I'd have been in a hotel on my own,
absolutely,
and there was a lady here that was a nurse, so she sorted the arm before they got her to the hospital, and within half a day she was plastered and everything and back here.
Yeah.
And you know, she said that everybody just, how are you?
Yeah.
You know, she said it was just fantastic.
There's a lot of people who've been here longer than us. A lot of people here are different to us, and I think where Gil and Patricia really are pulling off something quite extraordinary is creating an atmosphere as well as a location where very different people but with similar attitudes can be different, because if you don't want to do anything you don't have to, if you don't want to take part in anything you don't have to, but it's all there, and it's a relaxing, encouraging atmosphere.
I enjoy the freedom. I enjoy that we can do and what we want. We are self-responsible, and so that's what I like to.
It's all about taking responsibility in every way, physically, mentally, spiritually, intellectually, definitely. And this is something that this environment is ideal for.
But as soon as you go down into the bar area, that's the focal point. People show you this is what you do. You pour your own drinks, you put the money in there. When you finish drinking, you go and wash your glass. And on the basis of that, I always look out for new people coming in, because I'm an old hand now. I've been at it for about 3.5 weeks. So I show them the ropes as well. And I've watched them in turn doing the same thing.
When I came here last Friday, I didn't know what to expect. I deliberately had not read up on it. The fact that I'd been asked to come down and do a review on it, because it was my age group, I thought it was best to just arrive and see what it was, and then write about what it was. And at the end of the time, I will decide whether I've enjoyed it or not. And before you ask the question, the answer is yes, I have enjoyed it.
I hope. Good morning, all.
Obviously happy while you work.
Not really, just I'm still overhung from last night's performance.
Right.
Well, what were you doing last night?
Generally, the two of us were generally making fools of ourselves in the company, weren't we?
When, last night?
Yes, it was a good night. You should
We
have
had
been
a
here
good
last
night,
night.
We had a little concert, an in-house concert last night of the men singing songs and dressing up. It was a good night,
Yeah.
as you can imagine. It was very good.
Yeah, it took me 2 hours to get his frock off him.
Yeah.
They won't bring it back now.
What did you do before you retired?
In a previous life, I was a computer systems analyst, and then I became a warehouse manager for a huge food consortium. And I managed to get out of the system at the age of 55. And I have many outside interests, so time doesn't hang heavy on my shoulders. Well, since I retired, we've been on 4 9-month holidays. Mainly going to the States, buy a motorhome, go to Australia, buy a motorhome, drive it round for 20,000 miles and sell it off.
Okay.
Rent our house out to house-proud students and come back, and they pay for the holiday.
Great.
But this is something quite different.
Yes.
This is just the one spot.
Yeah.
Good fun. Now we shall be back next year.
Well, I should be booking next year anyway.
I'm not, he's coming, so I won't be coming.
Yeah, we're just arranging the dates. He leaves, I come back.
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't realise there was tennis here, and it was great to play tennis. We played mini golf the other day. I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but it was an absolute hoot.
Yeah.
So petanque is the next on the menu.
Because we like to play petanque, and we always played petanque with a lot of people and so. And I asked, do you have a petanque field? And no, there isn't. But if you want, you can do some. So now we are doing it, and I hope we will play in a few days. We will play.
Make this time really count, and to enjoy life and to get involved with new experiences, try new things, meet new people, and live, fully live.
People just generally get de-stressed. They come down, we're not all hippies, but they come down and chill out, and it's a very therapeutical place to come to. We have a calendar of events we organise and put up on a little board upstairs you may have seen, and they all come together and say, well, what else can we do? So we have gardening gangs, we have art clubs, there's talk about a photography club coming on. We've now got a 6-inch TV we've just installed last night. So there's talk about film clubs and watching computer films and subtitles. It's just, but the place is buzzing. It's picking up all the time.
We know Playa Blanca from having been over a few times before in other areas. And it was only last year that we came and saw Gil and got to think, well, this might be a nice way, as Andy said, of doing things and living, not just holidaying, which is why I think that Sun Park Living is a good title for the place, because that's the part we've got to get our head round, and that is that it's living, but here with a difference, but also we're going to be living in the UK when we get back.
I'm not leaving England now. If England had the same sunshine and the same climate, I don't want to go anywhere else in the world. The army sent me everywhere else in the world. I was in the Far East and things like that. There's nowhere beats England. Yeah. And it's got its humps and bumps, but it's a beautiful place to live. Yeah.
But you don't miss it while you're here?
I don't miss it while I'm here. No, I get a little smug feeling when I put the telly on in the morning and I look at the weather forecast and it's pissing down with rain. I think to myself, oh, Barry, you've scored again.
My husband has a passion for being in the sun, and I have to say Sussex is beautiful in the summer, but in the winter it can be, especially where we live, because there's no street lights, no nothing, and it just sort of closes down 4 o'clock. The lights go off, and it's dark and it's cold and it's wet. And we enjoy walking and being outside, basically, and you can't do that in Sussex in the winter. So.
Well, I'm from Forfar, which is the county town of Angus, which is about 15 miles from Dundee.
What's the thing that appeals mostly to you
I think just really the sense of community, because you can see we all muck in, we all know each other. If I was staying in the Princess Chatsey, I'd be in my room and going down for dinner and hardly speaking to us.
I imagine that once you've done something, come to a place like this, that a normal holiday would maybe be a little bit boring.
Well, it would be to me. I mean, I'm quite happy to chill out, but on the other hand, you like to have a purpose in the day.
Yes.
Most people that come here come back.
Yeah.
So speaks volume.
We have on-site and off-site, free, unconditionally free storage for repeat guests. Anyone gets to leave behind what we call a sunny suitcase or more, if the case necessitates. There's no cost for leaving your belongings behind. There's no obligation that if you come back to Lanzarote, you have to come back and stay here. Starting with that in mind, if you want circumstances ever change, you can come here, take your belongings, go elsewhere. There's no cost for that.
People leave whatever they want behind and pick up where they left off when they come out again. So, things like, I don't know, extra cutlery and china and glassware and plates and lamps and cushions and all sorts of things like that,
Once you've got it, once you're here, I guess, there's no real desire to go back to the 4 or 5 star hotel.
No, it'd be very boring. Very boring.
Well, look, we have grandchildren. I love them to bits.
Yeah.
They come to us, we go to them. They're going from 5 in the morning till 8 at night. 6 and 7, all children today are very bright. It's exhausting. We love children, but to come away, and of course the thing with children today, they don't sit in the corner, you've got to entertain them. So the fact there aren't children, you haven't got the old problem of 50 of them throwing themselves in the pool or something, as we all used to.
There's a bar there which is open 24/7.
Yeah.
If you want to go down there and have a drink 4 in the morning, God forbid, you can.
Yeah.
Play. Even if you can find somebody to play table tennis with at 6 in the morning, you can do that.
You can do what you like.
Do what you like. Yeah.
Gil's idea, I think it's wonderful. And I just like being busy. You can do what you want, when you want, what interests you. You're not forced into anything. It's just you do what you want. Then you sort of do a couple of hours in the morning, whatever, and chill out in the afternoon.
Right.
personally, and I'm speaking for my sister as well,
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, great. So you'll be back for more then, hopefully, in the future.
She's coming again for Christmas next year, and I will do the same. Just
Yeah.
come out just after Christmas.
Lovely.
In fact, she's seriously thinking of taking a 12-month lease on the
Yeah.
apartment.
Yeah.
So that the family can, because my family, her family, some of them are over 50 already. Yes, I mean, we're definitely doing the same next year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I would say 95% of the people that are here would say exactly the same thing.
Initially, it's a bit of a shock to the system, but once you get into it after 2 or 3 days, the shock goes and you just accept it for what it is. And it's a great place. It's a very economical place to come on holiday and do what you want.
Yesterday we had a walk from Puerto Calero to Puerto del Carmen, and it was lovely, just 10 of us, you know, but you don't find these type of walks until someone from a community like this has done it before, and they take a party, and no doubt once they've gone home next month, somebody who was on the walk will take another party, so it will continue, you know. It's,
We are coming from Switzerland to warmer weather. Every year, every January, February we are here. We have breakfast on the terrace, in the hotel it's not possible. No, we like it so, and the catering, that's no problem. We like to cook ourselves. We do not eat so much. Yeah. And there are many supermarkets and fruits and vegetables, so we are very happy here.
There's a great sense of freedom here, and it's more a working holiday for yourself and the community than it is just a straightforward get on this beach or get on a sunbed and open your Kindle or read a book or whatever. It's more open to what you want to do.
I can see us spending more time here, and I really hope it's successful. I love Playa Blanca, you know, I like the island, I love it. It's a nice place, so yeah, we're more than happy to come back here for the foreseeable future every winter and spend half the year here.
It's a community. They are a community, and they're proud of it. All the activities here are run by the residents, or as Gil calls them, sun rockers.
Come to Sun Park and experience being a sun rocker.
And the only thing wrong with the place, I'm looking for the clocking on clock, and I haven't found one yet. I've been here 4 months, and I want to get clocked on and pay, but I unfortunately haven't found it yet. Yeah. Anyhow, nice speaking to you.
You too, man.
Finbar and Deirdre here, and we're from Fermoy in County Cork, Ireland.
We spent 7 weeks here last year, for February and March, and we're back this year. We have 5 weeks this year. We retired about 10 years and found out about Sun Park through the magazine on the Saturday Times, the Dear Judy. Yeah, so we came out and we certainly loved it all, and mostly I think meeting wonderful people. That'd be the most important thing. Right? The security of it and all the convenience and the beauty of Playa Blanca, the convenience to the beach.
That's it, yes. Yeah.
And yeah.
And we'll come again. We're looking forward to coming again.
Very happy.
We find this a great place to relax.
People who look after us here are willing to do it 24 hours a day.
Well, life is for living. As far as I'm concerned, you know, it's really important to do that. I just feel that, as I said, you know, I mean, if you want to get this on video, it's basically, you know, when we were looking through the first few paragraphs of Sun Park, and it was about being, you know, with like-minded people,
having a different approach to retirement. Certainly the last thing we wanted to do was to go into a situation where we were in a hotel situation on nodding terms with people, you know. We wanted to get involved, coming from a small community, always being involved, being on committees and getting involved in everything. It was time now for us, but we wanted a similar sort of ethos, if you like, for our lifestyle. And I definitely, you know, this is where it's at here. I have been able to, for instance, being able to practice the things that are close to my heart, meditation, Reiki, massage, and I've seen a difference in people which have been absolutely remarkable. And it kind of somehow, people's consciousness is just, it's so lovely when you start to talk to people. You have meditation classes, and we have the principles of Reiki, which are just for today, we will not worry. Just for today, we will not anger. And just for today, we will live our life in gratitude. And when you go out with those lovely little sayings, you know, and you go about your day, you're not going to get yourself wound up about anything. But this is an ideal situation. How can you possibly get wound up in the beautiful sunshine in Lanzarote? You can put your boots on, go walking. It's just so lovely, you know. Perfect. Everything is perfect.
Now, Dan Douglas is my name, from Monaghan, Ireland. I came across this place through an ad sent by my son. I made inquiries. I couldn't believe it at first. It was too good to be true. But then it was too good to be true. It was good to be true. So I've been coming, I came on quite a lot last year. Actually, spent more time here than at home last year. And I spent more time this year than at home as well. So I would thoroughly enjoy it. It is very, very good. And because everything is so relaxed, easy, you do what you want, when you want, and how you want. If you want to do anything, the facilitation is there for you to do it.
Hi, my name's Dave Maxwell. I'm a retired businessman back in the UK. And I've come here to Sun Park. I was very fortunate I found that I was informed by a friend about it. I've just had last winter in Tenerife. Very nice, very impersonal in a hotel. Got back 2 weeks, came out here, had a taster, and once I tasted, I was hooked. And I've returned this time, and I've been here since December. And I'm staying maybe till the end of April, but I think I have to go back on the 31st. Enjoyed every minute, the people are lovely.
Sun Park is all about the people. It's all about friendship and feeling safe in a community spirit. The sun shines in the winter instead of feeling cold, and you can always go out and have a walk to the beach or to the village or to the marina, which is beautiful. There's a shop on site, so you don't have to go far if you don't feel like it. There's always something to do, whether you're doing some artwork or whether you're doing some crocheting or playing crazy golf or bulls. You're never bored, and it's a safe feeling. You've always got friendship, you've always got someone to share problems with, and it's wonderful.
So tell us, if you would, a little bit about some of the activities you've enjoyed since you've been here.
Go on. Poker? Not for money, only for chips. Texas Hold'em. It's great fun. Pilates, there's yoga, gentle stretch and relax. There's walking. There's dancing. There's one of the retired gentlemen teaches us to jive, or there's ballroom dancing lessons.
Well, I took part in an organised walk last week.
a group of 20 went on this walk. We seen things that you wouldn't see otherwise on the island. We visited the secret garden, which meant a long, long walk to get to it. Nobody else can get to it unless they do this walk. But that was an organised walk which happens every Monday, and very enjoyable. And we're all
there's bingo night.
We're going to aqua aerobics on Thursday morning, and there's lots of activities. Too many to keep up with.
Yeah.
So some people might think that Sun Park is primarily for retired couples. What's it like coming here as a young single lady?
It's also wonderful for retired single people. I've met lots of single ladies, made lots of friends. We can join up, we go out for walks, nights out, joined poker classes, lots of things that I've never ever done at home. Really enjoyed it.
Well, Sun Park so far has been absolutely excellent. We've got level access into the reception area. There's level access, sloped access down to the swimming pools. And altogether I've not had any problems whatsoever. The actual apartments, although they're not necessarily disabled baths, ours is sunken. So we can get in easy and get out easy, so that's not a problem. I can't think of any difficulties, to be perfectly honest with you, that I have.
So if you do have any medical issues, what happens if you don't speak Spanish?
Well, there's always translators that will go with you for appointments, whether it's the doctors or the hospital. And if you're happy to pay, then you'll have a translator. But my tip would be learn Spanish.
So Sun Park's a gated community. Does that make you feel safe and secure when you're here?
Absolutely, 100%. It was a big worry of mine coming. I was kind of anxious. I had never been away before on my own. And personal safety, your money and your property, but I've never once felt unsafe in Sun Park and the whole area. It's really been a worry off my mind. So I feel good.
Hi, I'm Marcus. I own Wash and Tumble Lanzarote. We do all your laundry for you, washing, drying, ironing, and we only charge €2.50 per kilo. That's delivered.
So tell us a little bit about the gardening club.
Wednesday is gardening club day, but if you actually live in an apartment with a little bit of garden, you can be, well, you could be Chelsea Flower Show if you want in your own little bit. But on a Wednesday, the men do the very hard cutting back. This bush behind us we had a go at on Wednesday. The ladies do loading the bins and sweeping the leaves, and as you can see, the whole place is beautiful, absolutely lovely. In fact, the people that come in think, oh, must have at least a whole gang of gardeners doing it the whole time, but it's us. And as it happened on Wednesday, we had a gardeners' tea party as well, to say thank you to the gardeners, because quite a few of them were going home, and everybody took a plate of food and we had a wonderful tea.
Well, a tip for ladies and gentlemen, don't spend money on a facelift, come to Sun Park.
So as a first-time visitor, what are your first impressions of Sun Park?
It's brilliant. It's everything I hoped it would be. It's very friendly, it's very easy to live here and safe. And for me, it was somewhere that we can come and just enjoy ourselves without the hassle of work and things like that, but with a community to enjoy. It's luxury camping. It's all the things that I like to do, but in a very nice environment, and it's friendly and safe.
And will you be coming back?
Oh yes. I don't want to go home. We've been a week so far, and we're going to be back definitely for many times. My husband's disabled, and for him it's great because he can get around everywhere, and even the bathroom and thing are totally disabled. They're not adapted, but they're disabled friendly. So it's great.
So how easy was it to get from the airport down to Sun Park?
Very easy. Even I could do it. I had a very detailed email. It told me once I had collected luggage, turn right, go down to such a number. The lady brought me out. We waited there until the bus came, and that was it. Basically walk up the hill, follow the crowd. Within 30 minutes I was here. A lovely drive down. So it was easy. I had booked it beforehand to be picked up at the airport, and I've also booked to be dropped back to the airport.
So what advice do you have for people travelling here with special medical requirements?
Well, it's very easy to bring, for example, I'm a celiac, which is I have to eliminate gluten from my diet. So because I have special needs, then I have a letter from the doctor, and some airlines will allow me to bring 5 kilograms extra free luggage. So that's Jet2, Thomas Cook and Thompson's. So they allow me to bring that extra in my luggage. So coming out, if you're a diabetic and you have to have lots of stuff, obviously you wouldn't put your insulin into the hold, you'd bring that in your hand luggage. But obviously you double up, so all your equipment could go in, and people on oxygen. And obviously for me it's dietary, and obviously at home I get free prescriptions for certain things, basic. So I bring vacuum packed rolls, gluten-free pizzas, gluten-free pasta. And obviously I can eat oats, so I bring oat cakes as well. So that's very good, especially here where you're self-catering. So that's a big, big boon for you, because as people know, gluten-free food here and at home is quite expensive.
Hi, I'm Terry from Cheltenham. I'm here for the second time. We were here together with my wife Vivi for 4 months last year. I'm a sculptor, and this is something that I created for Gil and Patricia by way of saying thank you for creating the ethos of friendship, which is what the sculpture is called, for everybody to enjoy and for everybody to take part in at their choice to do what they want to do when they want to do in delightful surroundings with great people.
Hi, my name is Liz. We have come to Sun Park to have a look round. We came last Friday and we have came back this week to ask some more questions, and we have decided that we want to book.
Hello, I'm David. I've been here for 3 weeks out of my 4 weeks. I was just sitting in the open morning having a cup of coffee, and I spotted this lovely couple that we met last year when we were on holiday. So I'm going to help them have a look round, and hopefully we'll meet again when they book and come back to Sun Park Living.
When you say goodbye, that'll be the day when you make me cry, you say you're gonna leave.
Well, we're staying in a hotel down here. We were just saying that one thing you miss is a kind of community of people to talk to for the week. You're used to your friends at home and all the things involved. So we're only here a few minutes, but we really like it so far. Everybody's very friendly. The place looks immaculate. So far so good.
Sun Park is lovely, is heel fijn.
Heel fijn, yeah. Hi everybody, I'm Maggie Hilton and I'm at Sun Park. And I'll tell you what, it's a wonderful place, the community, it's absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't go anywhere else. I've been all around the world on cruises, and I've been here for 3 years, and I'll be coming back for another 3. Coming for 3 years and we think it's wonderful. The people obviously make it. It's beautiful. We've got a lovely bar, we do barbecues, they all help you do your gardens. There's nothing more you could wish for.
Greatest place I've ever been.
Yeah, marvellous.
I retired 20 years ago, and this is the first time that I've really enjoyed myself. I've been all around the world in that 20 years, and I'd rather be here.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
People are great. everybody loves everybody, and you have a wonderful time.
Hello, my name is Robert. I'm from Galway in Ireland. I've been living here since last July, and I just love it here. Came here because it's a real community spirit here, and people are nice and friendly, and the weather is great, and it's a great place to live.
Good morning. Can you tell me a little bit about how to cope with sudden illness in Sun Park? What do you do?
Well, we had a crisis yesterday. My husband has MS. Most of the time he's perfectly normal and can cope usually, can't you?
Oh yeah.
But he had an infection, and when that happens he has no ability. He can't lift a cup to his lips, he can't move his legs. And when this happens at home, I have to call an ambulance, or I have to go and get neighbours to come and help me if they're at home. And it's very difficult sometimes. Here, the same thing happened, and I had, 10 people on the doorstep if I needed them in a moment's notice. The doctor is 2 minutes walk away in the push. I pushed him 2 minutes in the wheelchair, and everything was handled beautifully. We had the antibiotic we needed, and I was able to look after him in the apartment in an easier way than we can at home. Everything was straightforward and simple, and there were people around to help. There were friends to talk to, so instead of getting stressed and worried, I actually was able to relax, and I now have no qualms about coming back for any reason, because we can cope here better than we do at home. Would you say that?
I agree with that totally.
Good morning. My name is Maureen, and I come from Carrickfergus in Northern Ireland, and I have been here for 2 weeks now, and I've got another 2 weeks, and I am finding it fantastic. It's really good. I feel safe. I've met lots of friends. We go walking, we go dancing, we actually go to bingo as well, and they all love it.
Hi, my name is Matt and I come from Ireland. I'm here in Playa Blanca, and the best place I have ever been in my life so far as holidays are concerned. To me it's like heaven. People say you have to die to see heaven. No, you come to Sun Park living and you are in heaven. So that means one thing. There's fantastic services here. The weather is always brilliant. We have great bus services that takes us to and fro from the airport.
Hi, my name's Peter. I'm on my own. I've come to Sun Park for the second time. I came for 4 weeks last year, loved it, so I've come back for 12 this time, and I've met lots and lots of wonderful people, and there's plenty of things to do here. So if you're thinking about it, don't hesitate, come and see us.